I think the difference is Representative Evans talked about the 500 police officers. I've also indicated my support for 500 police officers, and the question that was asked in the City Council hearing last year was asked by me of Police Commissioner Johnson, and that was the answer, 500. And so I would utilize his good law enforcement judgment with regard to the number of officers. But I think you have to go a few steps beyond that. And as I said in the opening comments, it's also how you utilize the officers that you have. If you talk to people in the police department, one of the things they'll tell you is that the Philadelphia Police Department is very top-heavy. There are a lot of chiefs who all have their own units. They have their aides. They have other personnel who work directly with them. And so there are nowhere near the number of officers on the street protecting us as citizens as there should be. So within the 6,500 that we have today, with the number of special units that the Philadelphia Police Department has presently, we're not getting the on-the-street officer presence that we should. In addition, the authority of the Philadelphia Police Commissioner is woefully inadequate compared to how you run what in essence is a paramilitary organization. If you look at the powers and responsibilities of the police commissioner of the little city about an hour to the north of us, you find a glaring difference. The police commissioner of the city of New York has the authority to direct and appoint all officers above the rank of captain in their respective responsibilities. The police commissioner of Philadelphia has the ability to appoint 4 people. It is very difficult to manage an organization if you cannot fully direct and control the officers and the personnel within that organization. The deployment of officers out on the street, the time of day that they're working, the size of police districts, the boundaries of the 23 some-odd police districts in Philadelphia, I believe have not been changed, possibly during my lifetime. And a lot has happened in this city over the last 40, 50 years. And so all of those issues need to be fully examined. But the most glaring example of what is wrong in terms of management of the Philadelphia Police Department and our resources in the criminal justice system, police, the DA, the courts, probation and parole, and all of those entities involved. If you want to be safe in Philadelphia, I would only suggest to you that the safest place to be is about 8:30 in the morning at the corner of Filbert and Juniper, where you will be as safe as possible because you will see 200 to 250 of Philadelphia's finest police officers all assembled at court at 8:30 in the morning where there is nothing for them to do. Court has not started. It is a complete mismanagement of the utilization of those personnel. But you will be safe with 250 police officers right near you. That's the example of why we need to change the management structure and the overall operation of the Philadelphia Police Department to better serve all of us out on the streets.
Thank you, Councilman. Mr. Knox.